Hello everyone, it's IBNS437 here again, and welcome back to my tale number 9. In the last episode, we completed a capital building with lots of frustration involved, to say the least. In this episode, we're taking on Aviator in the radio tower. Let's go!
System ready? Go!
Beck has arrived at the tower. Mighty number 6 must be transmitting from the apex.
So in this level, basically just, climbing the tower.
But it's all part of the plan.
At least, what I've noticed with these levels, at least they have one enemy, they have certain enemies exclusive to each level. So at least they have that. Be sure to take out those enemies really quickly, because when you're climbing the ladders, they will screw you over. I will admit, out of all the bosses and voice acting, I find Aviators the most annoying, because he never shuts up. Shut up. You're not that good. And here we get into the main gimmick of this level, which is the wind mechanic. Which basically, it'll just when it's acting on you, it stops you from going, it just makes you slower basically. But if you move in the same direction as it, you move, wait. Huh. When you're moving against the wind, it makes you slower, but when you're moving towards the wind, back then it wasn't working. Now, you have to be very careful with the platforming in this level, because there are lots of bottomless pits, and this time actually makes sense to have bottomless pits, because it's a tower. If you fell from a high tower, you would die, and it still makes more sense than Branch's level, where touching the road will kill you. As in, I guess if you land on the road and a car hits you, that would kill you. And considering that Beck doesn't really have much in terms of armors, and look, he has a gun, and that's basically it. Speaking of guns, we have this airship guy with a cannon, basically. It's not much. He's not that difficult. It's mainly he just shoots 3 shots. He dips up and down, and when he comes down, you shoot him. That's really it. Not much to it. But then we begin the second phase of the mini boss, because I will admit the textures on these guys when they're moving side to side are kind of choppy, to say the least. And now we move on to the actual stage 3 of the boss, with the actual health bar, which reveals he's actually one of these guys. Also, yeah, for some reason the top of his head, you can't hit the bottom bit of his head. You have to wait until he dips down. And that's it. He's not really that difficult.
Avi News traffic from the Avi-1 Eye in the Sky traffic copter. Avi! We have an accident about to happen on the airship, Avi. A piece of trash causing trouble.
I think that's the first time a robot master's actually insulted us, not just humans.
What? I mean, breaking news. The piece of trash brought a friend and he's no fun.
I have a name, you know.
Couldn't get a beat on Avi, kid. Have to leave him up to you.
Helping me out there kind of makes up for your level, but not really. Your level is still frustratingly annoying, and I still hate you for it. In fact, if I didn't need you to help me with Avi, I would just kill you right now. I don't care if we're related, technically. They refer to themselves as the robots each refer to themselves as brother and sister, but they're not actually related. Not by flesh and blood, but that's maybe because robots don't have flesh and blood. Imagine if like someone made a realistic robot with flesh and blood. It'd be kind of pointless when you think about it.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
Whew. I'm actually glad I achieved that.
This just in, bad guy spotted on the west side of the radio tower. Bots are in pursuit. Now to Avi for the weather. Thanks, Avi. We've got strong winds out there today.
Also, for some reason, Avi seems to have like a personality disorder, which is like he talks to himself. But like, it's not like he just talks to himself. He's like, Avi, take care of this. Thanks, Avi. He's like, you're welcome. And so I know he's kind of unlikable and annoying, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Now I'll admit, like, I actually had more trouble on Avi's boss fight than I did on Brandish's. So I thought Brandish was the hardest guy, but nope, it's Avi. And you'll see why when we fight him. Also, go back here, secret health power up. So I'm just going to avoid this guy. Ah! Yeah, I was going to avoid you, but now you die. Can you go underneath here? No, you can't. Now there's this part of the level, which is both like it's super cool idea but really annoying. You could dash to get up higher, but it's really loose with the controls. Now there's an extra life there, but I wouldn't recommend you try and get that unless you desperately need it, because more often than not you will go flying into the spikes. And I think that's it. Now it's time to get into the... As we start the boss fight, it's time to get into the reason why I hate this boss.
Avi News headquarters, continuing coverage of the Tower of Terror.
And now to Avi for the weather. Thanks, Avi. We got strong winds out there today. Be careful. Moments before he fell to his tragic death. Ooh, sorry, Beckham. Your segment is getting cut.
Now the main reason I don't like this boss is because of several reasons.
Headline, boss.
One, this attack,
Direction, twice.
which is actually quite hard to dodge.
Local boss
Oh,
in
I did it there, but
line. Found him.
plus of his weakness is Counter Shade's ability. But Counter Shade's ability drains a lot, and I mean a lot of energy. So you shoot like after 3 shots, and like if you miss any one of those shots, you're stuck without it. Second of all, in the later stages, in order to avoid this sort of gun attack, you have to switch over to this form. So you need to have two bosses beat down before you can even attempt this guy. And if you try and fight him normally, you have this little camera buzzing around. And also, he's the only boss fight in this game that has bottomless pits. Here's best here, you can dash to avoid them, but if you don't, you will fall down and you will die instantly.
We've got a cold front moving in from the east with a possibility of hail. And
Although I was about to say, his special attack is easy to dodge. He just shoots you, you keep on moving, and when he dives in, just avoid that.
Headline, boss attacks back. Direction, twice. Headline, boss attacks back. Direction, twice.
So with this bit here, I can't avoid it unless if I switch to this ability.
Update, found him. Technical difficulties.
I'm doing a lot better than him I did on my practice run, I'll tell you that.
Local boss at large. Update, found him.
Yeah.
Come on. Snap out of it. Now. Is that you, Beckles? What are you doing up here?
Beckles is not a good nickname for anyone or anything. I wouldn't name a rabbit Beckles. I would not name any form of pet Beckles. Like, even some sort of douchey, pretentious name is better than Beckles. Although I will admit the aviator power-up design is kind of good. And has actually 2 uses. I'm gonna skip this. Because I'm already fighting the 8 Robot Masters. Because like if I could had the ability to, I would record the stages that come after this. You know, like the final Fortress level bit. But because PlayStation 4, what they do to prevent spoilers is that when you try to share things, because I'm using the PS4 share functionality. Because I don't have the equipment to record PS4 with no other equipment yet. Because of so, it will actually say we're going to stop recording until you reach a blocked scene, and you have to we'll stop the recording until you go past that scene. So I'm not doing the level, and nothing will be recorded. So it'll just be a pointless video. So next time on Mighty Number 9 it'll be the finale, and we'll be fighting Mighty Number 1 Pyrogen. See you guys then.